Welcome back, and we're still sorry.
I'm not.
You're right. But hey, we're here. Ah,
Silver's not though.
Silver's not.
He's still in that leak. It
Yep,
really flooded his house,
yep. He
and that was like
unfortunately
that was
drowned.
that was 2 weeks
He
ago, by the
drowned
way.
really hard.
F for respect.
So therefore, in acknowledgement of the fact that drown Shalix goes away.
For now.
Shalix is gonna go do portal things with the portal that's the portal, and we're gonna play without them. And Shalix will rejoin the party eventually, probably, hopefully, maybe, presumably,
Whenever Silver actually shows up.
whenever
And
Silver
do
decides that D&D is something that should happen.
indubitably, undoubtedly.
In daughter.
No,
No.
no. What the hell?
uh, Honestly, that kind of felt like a moment straight out of The Office.
So,
No,
Alan,
that was just me. Okay.
Alan, I'm gonna go check out that stone again.
What if you did the recap first?
Why do I have to do the recap?
Hmm.
You didn't send me any of the videos.
You should
How
do
am
the
I
recap.
supposed to? How am I supposed to properly do the recap without knowing the video? Fine. God.
Memorize. Memory.
I mean, I can
Memory.
do the recap then since I actually take fucking notes.
Damn.
Damn. I'm sorry that I rely on videos and fucking abuse my power as an editor and take notes when I'm editing. I'm sorry.
It's
You
okay,
should
I
be.
forgive you.
I don't forgive myself. I'm a rogue.
It's the power of the animal crackers.
Crunch.
So, Eden, you want to do the recap then?
Yes, so. I don't know how the first bit went, because if I remember right, I was driving or not carrying. But we were playing with electricity and spicy water, aka lightning. And we were trying to cross the stream, and then Poyo was trying to fly people with cross and almost dropped Hansu. But luckily Eterna was like, I don't trust you, and caught him. And so we explored a little bit, and then we found a like stream of water coming from like a stalactite in the ceiling, and we were like, let's mess with this. So Three Stooges style, Eterna, Ruben, and Crimshaw trying to get a metal thing that's in the stream. Crimshaw falls in, Eterna dives in after him, leaving Ruben with a rope that has Eterna's weight on it, and then suddenly just lets go. And then Eterna gets to go, oh fuck, there's a sea monster in the lake. And then we all get out, and it's great. And Eterna has 3 levels of exhaustion, which is big oof. And then we get out, and we're like, damn, we just did a lot of effort for no goddamn reward. So we ended up getting the little thing, and it's a magic chime. And then we met back up with Alwyn a little bit. And then we went back up to the kobold's little cave lair. And we're like, we're tired as fuck. And then we passed out. And now we're just kind of chilling.
And so, as you guys have whiled away some of the morning hours, either drinking tea or resting or taking simple walks through the woods, the world is yours. What would you like to do? We'll say, for the purposes of convenience, that you guys have reconvened in like the main central area of the Kobold Warrens.
I'm gonna go get pizza, so I will be back. Eterna is going to go with whatever y'all do, but she is too.
So,
I mean, I don't really have any use being here other than... Yeah, no, I don't. Ruben doesn't really have a use being here, so he's just kind of meandering around. That's it.
Well, should we like dip out of here? We don't have anything else to do here, right? What was our objective here again? What were we doing? We did that, right?
we pretty much did everything here, honestly.
Well, not everything.
Well, aside from that
I think.
fucking...
What are you talking about there, Jin?
Oh, you know, they're just hiding some secret thing back in the back room, away from us.
Secret?
Typical cult things, you know.
It's probably their cheese stash, Jin.
I mean, if you want someone to go look with you, I can.
Well, like, they'll get upset and it will cause a hassle and we might need to kill some people. Like, it's...
Hey, but where exactly
Jin,
in this area is it?
It's just behind the tapestry over, by... Grim... That talking kobold.
Yeah, Crimchal.
Jin,
Oh,
you
it's
literally, you literally got his name correctly. Come on.
I knew the Grim part.
Crim.
Krim is literally his nickname.
Wait,
don't
Crim?
know
I
what
thought
you're talking
Grim.
about.
Crimchal.
No, Grim is the Grim Reaper from Grim and
Is that
your
not who we're
mom.
dealing with?
There you go. I put it in the chat for you.
Maybe I am the Grim Reaper.
So, would you like to go check that out, Jin?
I don't know, maybe they're having some secrets back there that are detrimental to society. You know,
How so?
just a hunch, you know.
Just a hunch, huh?
Typical hermit behavior around here, you know.
Typical hermit behavior, huh?
Always hiding something that's of worth.
Yeah, like their fucking toilet paper. Probably where they fucking, take a
Well,
poop,
here,
you
how
know?
about this? Why don't I try and get him away from the tapestry, and then you go check it out?
Well, sure, why not? Well, they do have guards over there, so...
Well, I'm sure
I
you
can
can
guard-
deal with
I
that
can-
yourself.
I can cause a distraction if you need.
Speaking of our buddy pal,
That's not suspicious
Good
at all.
morning.
Hello.
Hey,
even suspicious
Grim!
at all.
Buddy!
We were wondering how you were doing.
Well,
How are
still
you doing after
tired
that
from-
traumatizing experience? You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, I owe you guys one. You, really held up your end of the bargain.
Yeah, who knew there was a god? Well, not a god, but a lich under your basement.
Not technically a lich either.
Not a lich, but
You
know what?
I
A
believe
stupid
the correct term is a wraith.
a rave, huh?
Yes.
That's stupid.
You tell him.
Maybe
I am telling him.
Spectre.
I'm telling him
not
how it
entirely
is.
sure.
Well, he's gone now.
He is, and
I think.
well,
I mean, you do have like another guy still kind of live in your basement.
right. I was going to ask what you plan to do about that. You seem to be on decent terms with him.
We, as in one person of our group, yes.
Well, you haven't killed him.
Oh well, I would like to change that, but I'm not allowed.
Don't say that too loud. Turner might get a little offended.
Well, I'll say it louder then.
No, not you. I was whispering to Crimshaw, you idiot.
Well, I thought you were whispering to me because I'm right next to you.
Well, I would like to, after sealing off some of the more dangerous sections like that, well,
I mean,
I imagine
now
we could find
you know
a use
how-
for the,
the big
the-
space that you have.
yeah. I think it'd be, given that it's mostly safe, or like a lot safer now, I was hoping to move some of the tribe there.
You
It's
can
like
expand.
living
bigger
quarters.
Yeah.
tribe.
It does get a little cramped up here for most of us. I'm
Well, why don't we start
lucky
taking them
I've-
down right now?
We can help with the
The move.
yeah.
Group
The
can start
transfer.
getting really close.
Alright, well, I need to put the idea to the tribe first. I'm theoretically the leader, but
Well, no, let's just show them it. Let's just show them the new space. Let's just.
I'll gather a few of the other elders and we can, and
Because you
do
know
a
how
scouting
old,
party.
'cause you
yeah,
know
should
how
we
old
should we
people
bring some
are.
troops as well, or should
Bring
we just-
everybody. We gotta show them the new space.
Yeah,
I
gotta
don't want to
show
bring
everybody.
everybody.
Gotta get
I don't want to pull
familiar.
people out of the
Gotta-
mines
gotta-
for this until
Gotta
we're
bring
like
all the troops.
ready.
Because there might be leftover undead.
No, we'll bring some of the troops, and
It'll be
he
the
calls
undead
out.
Kraken, I mean.
He calls out 6 names, none of which you recognize or are able to remember because I don't have 6 names prepared.
Are they in Draconic?
Sure.
Okay,
hope
all of
so.
them are named Kyle.
Kyle, Pile,
'Cause
Dial.
Kyle-
Fuck it.
Kyle's a
Fantasy
common-
name
Kyle's a common
generator.com.
Draconic name, in case you didn't know.
They're not worthy of names. Don't give them any.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Fuck them. Don't fuck them, please.
Oh, there's an S on the. Okay.
Except for the
let's
top left
see.
one. The top left one deserves a name. No one else does.
Why is the
Jeremy.
top left one?
Yeah, top left one,
Kobold
Jeremy.
names. Male
No, I've
names. Their names are Krus, Jen, Zirk, Brox,
Jin.
Crickvark, Gegnik, and
I like that one.
Gremzig.
I like
Nick.
Nick. Alright. That's the only one I need.
What about Shemaglock?
Rebulok.
Shemaglock.
Ugh.
Alright, I hope you guys wrote that down.
I did not, because
I didn't either. But yeah.
Listen, they didn't. If they want to make us remember their names, they have to formally introduce themselves. That's really rude.
Well, I
You'd
named one of them
expect.
Jeremy, so they're Jeremy now.
Wait, which one did you name Jeremy?
Top left one.
What do you mean the top left? I'm
This guy.
I'm
That guy
not
Jeremy.
looking top side like you, Jin.
Listen, I am floating in the
Options.
air right now. It's the top
I-
left guy.
I didn't know you could fly. Wait, that means you could have flown yourself.
I'm a magical man.
Damn it. Magic monkey, man.
What'd you just call them?
Nothing.
That's what I
Magic
thought.
monkey man.
No.
There you go. I assume you guys can see that I put a name Jeremy on him.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Excellent. So, Crimchal, Jeremy, and 5 other kobold soldiers will, well, Crimchal is actually gonna start heading back to, kind of further back to, like, collect some of the elders of the tribe. But you have the 5 and Jeremy there.
Ruben just starts intently staring at Jin as he starts walking over to the other kobolds.
Give him a thumbs up, and I stay where I am.
He starts swiveling his eyes towards where Crimshaw just went. That way.
This is not the time.
You're not very good at coordinating, are you?
You think Ruben's sneaky? No.
Would it be helpful to you guys if I put tokens down for, like, where some of the other kobolds are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Uh-oh. Never mind. I shouldn't be humming that because we might get copyrighted, right? Oops.
Wow, Tyler, ruining it for everyone.
By the way, these
Jordan.
tokens, I know they are armed, but, like, they represent, like, just regular kobolds. So, even though the tokens appear armed, they're not necessarily armed per se.
Cool.
So what's happening?
I am throwing down tokens for, like, where some of the kobolds are. Crimchal is off to grab some of the elders, as well as there are 6 guards, 5 of whom are unnamed, and one of them is named Jeremy. And the general consensus so far is that you guys are all going to head down into the ancient core city, such that...
Well, no, I said I'd go, and that was about it.
Basically, Crimchal is, like, asking about, well, there's like a big open space down there. So it would be...
Oh, trying to, like, live in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will not be able to go back in for a few more days. Coughs mold.
The guys you see up here, by the way, are definitely a part of the military. They're up there doing, like, drills and stuff, like sword drills. And then this guy is just kind of chilling up against a wall. They would be in closer formation doing drills. Yeah. And then the majority of the camp, as per usual, is in the mines.
Minecraft.
So yeah, that is the general locations of where many of the kobolds are. Actually, there would probably be more than... Yeah. Yeah, that looks better. So yeah, while Crimchal is gone, you guys are free to discuss as long as you aren't speaking Draconic. The other guys can't really understand you.
Me no draconic.
No, Oblo as Draconic.
No hablo Draconico.
So, what's the plan? Do I just distract him for a long time?
I guess.
The
I thought Jin was implying to do this alone, because you know he seems to be the sneaky type. Yeah, I thought he's experienced in this kind of stuff.
Why are we sneaking?
Hi. What up? It's for the birthday party, right, Ruben?
Yeah, birthday party.
School.
Jin is turning. How old is Jin again? 15. He's turning 15.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I can tell they're full of shit, right?
You don't need a roll for that, I think.
Yeah, you don't need to roll.
I'm like, I know they're full of shit.
Hansu kind of like leans in and squints at you, Jin. He says, "You're older than 15, aren't you?"
You Squidward.
Jordan said he's being invaded.
Because it is his birthday.
Well, if Jordan said that he's being invaded, then I will decree that Hansu takes a couple steps closer and invades Jin's personal space.
Wow.
Therefore, Jin is now being extra invaded.
Alright, so do I just like bust out my great dance moves for him down there, Poyo? Or
I guess, do whatever you think you will distract them.
he starts like wiggling his arms a little bit? Like this?
But who are you distracting?
Maybe be more.
You're not gonna
frantic about
attack
it.
them, are you?
What? No, of course not. We just
Never.
saved these. No, we just saved these guys from being eradicated. Is that the word?
Extinct?
Maybe not extinct. I don't know. I don't know what these words mean.
Yeah, so why are you trying to distract them?
Birthday party. I just told you.
Yeah.
But there's not a birthday party.
Who says?
I says.
Well, that's not very nice.
Yeah, you just ruined
how would you
ruined the
fe-
surprise party, Eterna.
How would you feel if your birthday party was canceled just out of the blue?
Yeah. What if they just looked at you and go, "Nope, you don't get a birthday this year. That's it. No birthday this year." How'd you feel?
Hey, Alan, would I have celebrated birthdays?
Probably not.
I just kind of look at y'all. What do you mean? Why the fuck would you celebrate your birthday? Like, congratulations, you didn't fucking die. Like, it's stupid.
But
What do you mean?
It's a tradition.
It's a
You know, with
special
the
day,
cakes
yeah.
and the
Since
presents
when?
and the candles and the everything and the
Since
Ruben starts
forever.
like
What's
throwing his
cake?
hands around. No,
What is
you
cake?
celebrate for you don't know what cake is.
Why would you celebrate a birthday and have cake?
Because
Well,
it's
it doesn't,
fun.
it doesn't always have to be cake. Sometimes you can just like fucking. You just have to put some candles on a
Eterna,
piece of food on your
were
favorite
you
food.
like voided of all fun during your childhood or something like that?
Damn, you don't have
Yes.
I mean,
Kidding.
she kind of was, but I mean, whenever I grew up, we actually had, fucking respect, even though it was for a jackass, but respect nonetheless.
Respect for whom?
I just kind of squint.
He squints back.
We're not,
I'm just
whatever the
awkwardly.
stupid birthday thing is, we're not celebrating it. It's dumb.
Who says you can't tell me what to celebrate and not to celebrate, Eterna? He pulls out his his pipe of smoke and monsters, and he starts like making a little like guy dance in it.
Well, y'all can have a party, but I'm staying here.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
Hansu, do you know what birthdays are?
Of course.
Pretty sure Hansu experienced some great parties in general, right? You're a party man.
There were definitely some interesting occasions back home.
And Poyo, you know what birthdays are.
Fucking course I
obviously.
do.
So then he turns back to Eterna. Why in the hell do you not know what a birthday is?
I mean, we don't really do that in the well, fuck, goddamn.
Must be one of those street kids, Ruben.
As I pull up my backstory because I don't remember where I'm from. I know like what general continent, but
You're just.
Well,
you just
yeah,
say you're
there's
from
exactly one
Connecticut.
continent.
You just say you're from Connecticut, and I'll believe you.
I'm from
Florida,
Connecticut.
guys.
D&D. There it is.
Where the hell is Crimshaw?
Yeah, so I don't even have where I am from. I'm from, I'm from the Fearlands, right?
Now I do.
Birthdays are dumb as fuck.
Just gonna take a step backwards.
Oh wow, look at you, Mr. I'm a grown-ass man. Scared of
fair,
me because I'm from the Fearlands.
You almost shoved me into some dark ass pit. I don't fucking like that.
Man, I remember
And I
that.
don't fucking like the Fearlands.
Yeah, neither do I. Why do you think I took a step away from you?
Is there
Oh wow, very
something
mature.
going on?
I don't know.
Here?
Eterno the entirety of Fairlands. Nothing. We're fine. We're just having one of those bro team ships. Yeah, right, guys. No, we're having a birthday party. That's what's happening.
Yeah. So, Crimshaw,
Right.
I will lead you guys down there. So,
Well,
are
the rest of you not coming with?
No, I'm coming.
No.
well, Eterna is fixing Ursa, I believe. And
Yes.
me
And
and
also,
Poyo
I
will
believe
come.
she's exhausted, right? You're pretty tired.
Yeah,
aren't
no,
you,
she
Eterna?
still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still definitely feel like shit. Coughs.
And Jin is tired.
Jen
Same.
and I were planning on just spending some time up here. If that's alright. I was going to brew another pot of tea. Well, okay. Alright, well, those of you who are coming with. And he kind of like starts, he like speaks a set of instructions to the kind of kobold posse that is formed. They start making their way downtown.
Walking fast and homebound.
Come on, Tyler.
Oh boy, let's go.
And for the purposes of you being in the city, I will put you right there.
Oh shit, we're no clipping into the wall. Not again.
So, as you guys kind of step away, and Eterna kind of heads off to resume working on Ursa, and kind of like regaining her strength, Hansu kind of looks to you, Jin, and says, "Well, I'm not sure about your decision to not let Eterna in on this, but I will respect it for now." And Jin said something fun and witty in response, and the whole bus stood up and clapped.
Like, is his mic broken, or is he just not here, or?
I don't know. Jin! Jin!
You said he was being invaded, right? Maybe
Jin, are you still being invaded, Jin?
your privacy's being invaded.
Being invaded by parental units?
Damn parental units.
Jin, is your unit parental?
They need to be patched.
Jin, push a patch update to fix the bug. Jin, you need to patch your drywall.
Tell them you're playing a tabletop RPG is way more important than whatever the fuck they're talking about.
Tell them that if you don't go right now, thousands will die.
Tell them if you don't go if they don't go right now, I will set up the fucking bomb right now. I'll set off the fucking bomb. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
Tell him he'll do it.
I'll do it.
Well, Tyler, you're officially on recording as a terrorist agent.
Cool.
Are we not terrorists?
No, we're definitely terrorists.
No,
we play D&D,
terrorist.
remember? That makes
I'm a
us terrorists. You're right, you're actually a Tylerist. You know what? While we're waiting on Jin to return, let's play a fun game. Hey Eden, what's your favorite part of an awkward silence?
Hashtag it's all Silver's fault.
That was a great answer, Eden.
Thanks, Eden.
Question 2. Hey Alex, why are we here? That was a fantastic answer. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear it because the sound of a nuclear bomb went off in my eardrums first, and so now I am completely and entirely deaf.
Good. Good. You deserve it.
The tinnitus
Punk.
is over 9,000.
You punk. You stupid punk.
Question 3. Tyler, when or when is it not appropriate to use fire?
It is always appropriate.
It's always appropriate, that's the thing. Especially in restrooms.
Your answer will be taken into account.
Bonus points if there's old people in it. Because they burn the longest.
Alright, Tyler.
Follow-up question,
True.
Tyler. Are you old?
I'm only 15.
"15 decades?
I'm 15 months.
You have an impressive... No, that's a lie. You have
I'm
about
15
average... You have about average grasp of the English language for 15
Well,
months old.
You know what? At least you said average. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm 15 months out of the womb.
Fresh out of the womb 100.
Alan, I'm gonna send you the thingy that I need you to review. Because I keep forgetting.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Just by reading it, you can assume what it's about.
The Ned.
It's about how Eterna stole your cookies, isn't it?
Exactly.
Question 5, Eterna, why did you steal Jordan's cookies?
What?
Because Urson told me to.
And question 6, Ursa, when did you learn how to speak?
Rar. I'm secretly Eterna, guys.
Question 7.
Not Eterna.
Hey, where's Perry?
Ursa.
I knew you were Eterna.
I am Eterna, guys.
You wish you were a turn.
Honestly, Eden,
You'd be fucking tall.
You should have made her character's you should have made your character's last name Lee.
No.
That way you could be eternally.
But she
Shut the
doesn't
fuck
have
up.
a last name because she made it up, Alan.
I know,
Lore.
but also
That should be it,
eternally.
Alan.
Question 8 on a Poyo, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your favorite thing to throw spikes at?
Himself.
Question 9, why is Jordan not here?
Well, he is here. He's just currently in limbo.
He's in purgatory. Yeah,
I mean,
People
y'all-
continue to talk to me and he
over.
can't get
Alan.
them to leave.
Alan just cut to the birthday party
Meanwhile,
since
Meanwhile,
Jin is not involved.
Ruben's just dancing.
just skipping us on the way there.
You know what? Sure. So, Ruben and Poyo, as you kind of lead Crimshaw, the 3 elders, and the 5 guards and Jeremy down into the ancient core city of Zephyrian, please, in your best tour guide impression, describe exactly how you are distracting them.
You see, okay.
So on the left we have a rock.
And on our right is a broken bridge, but it's not there anymore, cause I'm the one who broke it.
And
I
in front of
collapsed
you,
that
there's a
bridge.
waterfall. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Watch that step. You might find at the end of that little river, you might see a scary bug man that I killed, by the way.
Yeah, he
Welcome.
killed, by the way.
I killed him.
Now if we go down this corridor, now watch your step. There's a trap right there.
Oh shit! Oh, there goes Jeremy.
Ah, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Oh, he's getting into trouble, Jeremy.
The guard that you have begun referring to as Jeremy just looks up at you and, using the one common word that he knows, just gestures with his hands and says, "Huh?"
I just give him a thumbs up.
I'll have to give him a thumbs up.
"Huh?" And he gives you a thumbs up.
Alright, now on, I don't remember the map.
Let's wander over here.
Let's go into the throne room.
Watch your step here. This is where I...
Here's the bridge that I messed with and that I poked with my axe and a big scary juggernaut came out of us.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying that thing came out of you? I thought it came from under the bridge.
I awoken it. Yeah.
It's a metaphor, yeah.
I awoken it with the bottom of my axe, which went through me, you know?
Very poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying the thing that tried to kill us was actually your spirit?
No.
Sure. You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, it's up into interpretation. you
Yeah.
know?
It got lost in translation.
I'm gonna repeat
Okay.
lost. No, wait, Alan. I'm gonna repeat that. What Ruben said in Draconic. It was lost in translation in Draconic. I'm like your fucking Spanish translator.
You are. You're my interpreter right now.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Not your interpreter, your interpretator.
Interpretator. That's a portmanteau.
Both
Guys.
Ruben and Alex are illiterate.
Oh my god, Jordan's finally back! We can
Guys.
stop this
Been
nonsense!
kidnapped?
They
Guys, I
wanted-
don't know what I'm doing.
They wanted you to play Connect 4 with them, didn't
They
they?
actually wanted me to play Minecraft with them.
Oh shit!
Did you tell
Man,
them
that's
no?
way better than D&D.
I told them I'll be down eventually.
Well, here,
Let me
let me
guess.
go up there and tell them no for you.
Yeah, you just missed our great tour guide skills.
We're only halfway there.
Alright, now come back to Jen. Come back to Jen.
So, Jin, as you watch, Eterna kind of goes back to working on Ursa, and Poyo and Ruben head off with the squadron of kobolds to tour the ancient core city of Zephyrian and discuss potentially moving some or all of the tribe there. Hansu kind of leans into you and just quietly says, "I don't know why you didn't let Eterna in on what we're doing, but I'll respect your decision for now."
I'll give him a nod. Is there... How long have they been left? Saying?
12 seconds.
Okay, well, I would like to follow behind them, basically. Lazily. And then, as soon as I'm out of range, sight of everyone else in the kobold area, I want to like find a good place to hide. Yeah.
So you want to go kind of like behind them, like 30 feet behind Poyo and Ruben, until you're like on the stairs, and then like hide in a rocky crevice.
Yeah, just to make sure I'm not in sight of everyone inside the conversation place.
Okay.
Or wherever all the other kobolds are.
Yeah, the outer courtyard.
Okay. I'll wait like, I don't know, like half a minute. Then I'm going to, or not, yeah. Yeah, something like half a minute. Then I'll change into, I'll change into Crimshaw.
Okay. And how are you doing this? Just to be clear.
With the thingamabobber I have.
The hat of
headband of
disguise.
disguise.
Headband of disguise.
Yeah.
The handkerchief of disguise. The hand job of disguise.
Not that one.
Okay.
That one's for a secret occasion.
That's for later.
That one's
It'll be used for later.
secret hand job we'll use for later.
Wink.
Wink, wink.
Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse. So, having taken on the appearance of Crimshaw, any modifications to how you saw him last, or like exactly like the last time you saw him?
Was he holding anything? Or like anything on him, like that could have dropped or something? Like accessories on him?
Give me a second. Let me pull up my sheet and remember, and like be sure. Yeah, I would say he's carrying a, like a small staff, like a gnarled oak, like walking stick, that has like a almost pristinely cut, gem, lodged in the top of it, of a deep red color. And he's wearing the adamantine chain shirt that you've always seen him in. So he's wearing adamantine armor. And like, he has some equipment. There are some pouches like on his belt, and you're not quite sure what's in them. You haven't heard them make any noise or like jangle or anything when he's walking. But those are like the main things that you would have noticed about like his equipment.
Okay. I just want to not have his like walking stick.
Okay. So you are Crimshaw without the staff.
Yeah, and I want to basically hurry myself to like through the place here.
A point of order. How tall are you?
6'2".
The disguised self can only change your apparent height by 1 foot in either direction.
Ew.
So the shortest you can appear is 5'2".
And how tall is Crimshaw?
Significantly less than that.
Is there a way I can mimic me, like, you know how the hobbits did it, where they like walked on the ground with their knees?
Just say that you had a growth sport. You had a growth sport.
Like, can
recently.
I make my knees look like my feet?
And like walk on your knees?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an illusion, yeah?
I'd have
I
to.
did it for
I-
Shrek, so.
I'd have to impose probably half speed.
Yeah, that's more than fair.
And I'm not gonna let you use the dash action. But yeah, I would say that if you're willing to like decrease your mobility that much, yeah, you can pull it off.
Let's go. Alright, I basically want to be in a hurry fashion, and then go through go through the courtyard here, just to make it seem like, oh, I forgot my staff or something. And then I want to actually go to his chambers.
Okay.
Or his room.
Um.
And if anyone tries to interrupt me saying what I'm doing, I just want to put up a finger or stop them, and then I just keep on running.
Okay. Roll a general deception check.
Let's go. I rolled this in person, right? That's probably better.
Yeah, you can roll in person.
Is it a better decision than online or a worse decision?
It depends if your dice hate you.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't rolled in a while.
Remember when you rolled not fours?
That is...
And it killed your character?
16.
16? Yeah, with the disguise self, I would say that's probably enough. So that no one, really questions you. As you kind of head up, what the hell is happening? What the fuck is...
Where am I going? Help! Help me!
When I click and drag Jin's token, it is also, scrolling the page. I can't move him to the top. Roll 20, why are you like this? There we go. Yeah. You were able to make your way into his chambers. I will say, this right here, this is just like a tapestry, similar to what's covering the vault door. So it's not exactly soundproof, but it does muffle sound a little bit.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
So what do I see in here? Anything cool, flamboyant, perhaps?
Roll a general perception check, I'll say.
Any passcode, perhaps? And
10? You look around. The bed is decently made. You can see there's a journal resting on the desk that's, mostly on top of the green, cover there. Along with several empty inkwells, 2 full inkwells, and one that's, mostly empty. There's a quill resting nearby. A few loose sheets of paper, and another couple of books that you just kind of open and flip through a little bit, and it kind of seems like an inventory of some of the mining that's been going on. And as you're flipping through and looking through, you, based on your background, have a good sense of how valuable some of these things are. You're familiar with what's valuable and what isn't. You're reading through this list of materials and minerals that they've brought up out of the mines and continue to bring up on a daily basis, and like the general inventory, and it is shocking. You're seeing 1 or 2 adamantine ingots a day. You're seeing chunks of mithril. You're seeing gemstones that are cut and polished, and just the sheer bulk of... If this journal is correct, these kobolds are probably richer than Lithestein Harbor is.
Damn.
Just flipping through some of the inventory logs. There is a bookshelf there. All of the books appear old and worn and tattered, with the exception of there's a long row of books that look almost exactly like the journal that you see on Crimshaw's desk. And they stretch from like some of the oldest to, as you kind of go along the road, they get newer and newer until you see some that are almost new. But beyond the writings and such, I will say you do notice this passageway here.
Okay.
And that is all you see.
Like how many books are here? If I do like a quick glance without like taking too much time, like a lot of books, or
it's not a lot. There's maybe somewhere between 15 and 25 books that aren't a part of that row of journals. And then the row of journals, you take a quick second to count, and there are 26 on that row.
Okay. I'm gonna go to his bed, and I'm gonna quickly go and like search like in between the bed and the bed frame to see if he like stashed anything underneath.
Okay. I'll say at this point, roll investigation or perception if you'd like. Your choice. Investigation will take more time, but also has a lower DC.
Okay, well, let's do perception, because, yes, and that's an 8.
8? Kind of like running your hand through there. Your hand kind of like catches on something sharp and metallic. Go ahead and take 1 point of piercing damage as you find a small dagger, probably about the size of a butter knife, with a hilt kind of protruding on one side and not the other, made of a material you're not necessarily familiar with. It's almost like a dark blackish green, with streaks of like a yellow green running through it.
I'll pocket it.
Okay. You can go ahead and add Crimchaw's dagger to your inventory.
Okay. Is this pathway like can I fit through there?
Yeah.
What do I see down there?
Especially like on your knees, you could fit through there. What you see at the base here, there is what appears to be a loose tile that's like highlighted or drawn on, that you assume you could manipulate in some way to open some form of secret door. Right there.
I'll you know what? I feel like he's that man. I'll quickly like check through traps, like trying to go down here.
Okay, roll investigation.
16.
16. There are no traps.
All right, I'll go down.
None that you see,
and
at least.
What?
None that you see, at least.
Okay. Well, I'll waddle my way down and manipulate the manipulator.
Okay. You kind of press in on the tile and like turn it a little bit, and the wall kind of like slowly recedes up is the best way that I can describe it. That direction. It slowly recedes to the side. And you can see out into the inner courtyard. You can hear these guys kind of doing their chant in Draconic as they are practicing their sword strokes.
Wait, is this like a peeping hole or something? What is this?
No, it's a full door.
What's a full door?
Like you could easily walk through it.
Okay, I'm gonna put it back.
Okay. Yeah, you close the door back, and the sound of the chanting is once again muffled, although there's a little bit of echo in this corridor here.
Okay, I'm gonna go skedaddle over here. But I mean, it's what we came here for, right, guys?
At this point, it's been about 5-6 minutes
Okay.
since you got into Crimshaw's room. So maybe closer to 8 minutes since you transformed. Since moving on your knees across all that distance was not a very fast thing.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna take a deep breath and like dust myself off. And then I'm going to give a nod to this person here, and I'm gonna go in the direction of the tapestry.
Okay. Roll a deception check.
This is the moment, guys. 19.
Okay. You step over to the tapestry. The guard there, the door guard, kind of like nods back at you. Says something in Draconic, but you can tell that it's just mostly just a greeting. So he doesn't seem to necessarily be suspicious of what you're doing.
Alright, I'm basically going to put the tapestry like basically over myself as I go to the door or the code.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like use the tapestry as like hiding myself to like try to do the combination.
Well, you haven't found any combination yet.
Well, yeah, didn't you say before that like I could like figure it out?
You
and, like,
you
try to
feel like
decode
you
it?
can if you'd like.
Yeah,
If you'd
I'm
like
gonna
to
try.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me. I need 3 checks. Okay?
Okay.
I want a perception check. I want a Thieves' Tools intelligence check. And I want a straight dexterity check.
Okay.
Perception first.
Perception 12. And then Thieves' Tool Intelligence.
Yes. So you're proficient with Thieves' Tools, so you add your proficiency there. If you have expertise in Thieves' Tools, you'll add double your proficiency. And then you add your... you add your intelligence as well.
Woo.
23.
23. And straight dex. Just a d20 plus your dex.
10.
10. Okay. So, as you're there, there's no keyway to look for. What you see are a series of knobs, 4 knobs surrounding a central, kind of like, almost like a bulkhead door wheel that's a little bit embedded into the door. And so, there's no real keyway to look for. But as you're kind of looking around, it takes you a couple seconds, but you kind of recognize the knobs turn. And as you're turning them, you can kind of hear a little bit of a click sound with each, like, depending on how far you turn it, how many clicks it has. There's like, it clicks in increments. And so using that, you're able to get basically a thin piece of metal that you had stuck just as like a spare scrap into your thieves kit. You're able to insert that kind of between the knob and the door and kind of slide it in there to really zone in on what the, like, what specifically the click was and try to find if any of them were different. And you are able to find some different ones, and setting all 4 of the smaller knobs to the different clicks that you're feeling, you begin to try to turn the central winch, and it isn't turning. Are you going to keep trying?
Yes.
Okay. Taking a little bit more time here. You go back through, and you notice on the 3rd knob you had actually rotated the knob a little bit too far as your hands were kind of shaky, and the fact that you're in this disguise, your hands aren't exactly where you're seeing them, kind of. Almost like a mirage. And so you fix that small error, and you begin to turn, and as you're turning this wheel in the center of the door, the door is starting to rise up a little bit with each turn, and so is the wheel. And so you turn it maybe 3 full rotations before it's 1.5 to 2 feet up off the ground, high enough that you could like slide under it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Guys, I made it. I'm in.
I'm in.
Operation. I'm gonna be fucked.
Then Jago.
Bucko Ninjago. Whoa. Whoa, Mom.
You step into the kobold's vault, having slid under the door. And it's a heavy door. There is a moment of bone-rattling anxiety as you're sliding under the door. You're like, oh god, what if the catch fails and it falls on me?
Yeah, that'd be my luck.
Fortunately, the kobold's engineering prowess is remarkable, and strong, but not so strong that you couldn't get past it. And you step into this room that is lined with organized rows of adamantine, mithril, gold, silver, electrum, platinum ingots, coins. There are racks of daggers, the scimitars, the shields and armor that the kobolds have been wearing. Racks of pickaxes made of steels and bronzes and adamantine. And chests full of gemstones and jewelry, and in a small kind of secluded corner there are 4 ingots of that same dark green streaked metal that Crimchall's dagger was made of. There are 2 ingots of a bright cerulean blue metal that almost seems to have an inner glow of its own. And there is 1 small chunk of what appears to be some form of like orange glossy metal. It's not polished and it's not smooth. It's just this chunk. Maybe about, if you curl up 2 fingers on your hand, it's about the size of that. Okay? Fits easily in your palm. Bigger than a dice, but not by much. Of just this glittery orangish metal. What catches your eye, though, is on the pedestal here, there is a intricately decorated mace. The handle of the mace seems to be almost a braid of several different metals twisted and forged together. There's a small, brilliant sapphire set at the base of the handle, and the head of the mace is a single, almost perfectly clear diamond, cut into almost the shape of an egg, with several sharp edges kind of cut into it. And it's like this single diamond is probably about the size of Crimchall's skull. Ooh. This is a big ass diamond. This is definitely definitely a mace that was designed for use by a medium-sized person as opposed to a kobold. You recall for a moment Crimchall talking about wanting to kind of cure the kobolds of their sunlight sensitivity. Of kind of like, there's this sentiment of this koboldism is a curse. Looking at this mace that is clearly designed for someone much bigger than a kobold, you start to ponder about what it is exactly that Crimchall would have planned or would do if it was ever cured. But for now, the room is yours.
I assume this is a tapestry here, yeah?
There is another tapestry on the wall. It appears to be like similar to some of the other tapestries that have been used throughout this general area. The two in this room, the one here and the one behind the pedestal where the mace is, appear to be in much better condition than some of the others. The only exception would be the one in front of the door specifically. But they look like those, and you would assume that they were here when the kobolds got here.
Okay.
As opposed to made. They don't seem like they're necessarily worth much on their own.
Okay, I want to go behind them and see if there's anything, like, any secret passages or something behind both of the tapestries.
Okay. Roll an investigation check, if you don't mind.
Ha! 6.
No, you do not find any secret passages or hidden compartments or anything behind either of the tapestries.
Okay, with disguise self, if I have the mace on me, will anyone be able to see the mace when I leave this place?
You can cast disguise self in such a way that it conceals your own equipment. So if you pick up the mace, you would have to alter your illusion somewhat in order to be able to carry it with you. But you can certainly do that, yes.
Okay. And how heavy are the various metals you said? Like,
so there's adamantine. The ingots are, each ingot is like maybe the size of a phone, okay? The size of a phone, but like significantly like thicker. So like you could carry one in your hand. You could presumably carry two in your hand. You could probably fit a few in your backpack.
Okay. So, like the bright cerulean blue metal, the dark green metal, the orange glossy metal you said?
Yeah. There's 3 of the dark green streaked metal. There's 2 of the bright cerulean blue. And then there's a tiny chunk of the bright orange.
Okay.
So you're wanting to take all of those and the mace?
Would I recall how many times Crimshaw I've seen go into this place? Or
you have not seen Crimshaw go into this place.
Okay.
You actually have not seen anyone go into this place. You're not sure if that's necessarily intentional, as in they were trying to hide it from you and didn't want you to see them going in. Or if it's just they don't go in here very often. You don't know.
Okay.
But
are the metals like giving an aura of some kind? Like, are they glowing?
The orange one almost appears as if it is. It doesn't glow nearly as brilliantly as the head of the mace does. But the orange does have like a little bit of a glow to it. The others would definitely have a glow under the right light. They're very reflective. Although the blue one is significantly more reflective than the dark green. The dark green, the like darkest green parts that almost look black, are very matte actually. And the most reflective part of that is the streaks of like greenish yellow.
Okay.
But yeah, the only things that in the lighting that you currently have, which there's a small alchemical globe of fire like hung from a chain in the center of the room. The only things that appear to have like any kind of active glow would be the head of the mace and the orange chunk.
Okay. If I go over to the mace, is it just like laying down on like a surface?
It's not laying down on a surface, it's on its own stand.
Can I check the stand to see if it's like pressurized or anything to see if if it was taken off the stand, if anything would trigger.
Smart thinking. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
14.
14. There is a pressure sensor on the stand is like two parts, one towards the head and one towards the base, near like the base of the handle, and the one near the head is pressurized. There's like, you can kind of see there's a little catch that would like flip if the stand were to move up. Based on that 14, you assume that as long as there is something heavy enough in that stand, which is almost like, it's almost like if you took a wine glass and sliced it paper thin. It's like two prongs that go up in a semicircle of this thin like metal, appears to be mithril, that the stand actually is made of. But it's thin enough that you would have a hard time balancing something on one stand as opposed to setting it on both.
Okay, so wait, I need to balance something on both ends? Or...
The stand is very thin. Like, it's... like, the metal of the stand itself is maybe the thickness of a power cord. Not like a phone charging cable, but like a computer power cord. It's not super thick. It would be kind of hard, and the way the stand is designed, it would be kind of hard to balance something on just one of the two stands. But only the stand next to the head of the mace has that catch on it that would trigger presumably something.
Is it possible for me to balance, like, do an Indiana Jones-esque, and, like, balance my crowbar on the thing instead of the mace? On the pressurized place?
You could certainly try that, yeah. If that's what you'd like to do.
Or something else, which would, I don't know. How good does it look like it can be, something can be balanced on it?
Well, the crowbar is long enough that you could set it on both of the stands.
Yeah.
The only thing is you're not quite sure if it's heavy enough to keep the stand down. So the crowbar is a good thought, but you're not 100% on if it would work, if it's heavy enough. I can sense Jordan is like scrolling through his inventory right now.
I'm trying to see if I can weight down my crowbar with anything.
Remember, your inventory on your character sheet is not the only things in this room that you have access to.
Yep. But I want to take things in this room.
There's definitely more here than you could take.
Yeah.
Ruben and Poyo, at this point, it's been long enough. I'm going to need both of you to roll a performance check to continue to keep Crimshaw and them distracted.
Guys, please. Please, guys. I need this. I need more time.
Ruben and Poyo?
Oh no, it's over. You can go.
No. I think Alex said that he was in...
Yeah, Alex is temporarily away.
Okay. What if I just turn you into a giant ape?
Perfect.
No one would ever suspect a thing.
No one will ever know.
I suppose if Alex isn't here, Poyo, you can roll with advantage. Just say that Ruben is helping you.
Do it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of convenience. Performance!
Bada 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 bing. Sexton suction cup man.
Pepsi Man.
Ooh.
That's
Oh, wait, that's
perception, but that's still good.
God
That's
damn
still
it.
that's still a nat 20. So I
Yeah.
don't think the actual particular skill that you clicked on matters.
Let's go.
Yay.
What? You know what?
I sure
You know what?
perceived
Let's you know what? Let's roll with it. Poyo, as you're down there, you notice like a small crevice that for some reason is extremely interesting to the kobolds, and they will presumably spend the next 5 to 10 to 15 minutes
Fuck yeah.
inspecting it and investigating it and like seeing how like break openable that wall is, and what if we built a new mine here.
Bro, those rocks are so cool.
No,
Those rocks are so cool, guys!
Look at them.
Hell yeah!
Is that crevice black or blue or white and gold?
Don't you dare do this to me. Don't you dare do this to me.
It was red, by the way. Everybody was wrong.
Alright, so how heavy is the adamantine?
Adamantine, as a metal, is very dense.
Just like me.
It is, you would know, it is the hardest known material for anything that you've ever encountered. Out of all of the metals and everything that you've ever encountered, it is known as the hardest of them. Hi, Ruben. Congratulations on helping Poyo with a nat 20 to keep Crimchal and them distracted.
Hoo-ha, hoo-ha.
Oh.
Hoo-ha, hoo-ha,
Hoo-ha, hoo-ha.
hoo-ha.
Okay, so theoretically speaking, if I take my crowbar, I have 10 feet of string, okay? So if I have my crowbar, I tie it to string, and then I take some adamantine on the bottom of it and tie that to it too. I could create like a balance and put it on the pedestal.
Sure. Okay. Roll a straight dexterity check to see how well you tie it.
My favorite, 14. It's
14.
not my favorite, but it's a 14.
Decent. You have tied the adamantine to your crowbar.
Does it stay there if I like hold up the crowbar?
Yep.
Okay.
Seems
I'm going
securely
I'm gonna-
fastened.
do the Indiana Jones. Hoo-ha.
I am going to roll a d12. I want you to
I
call.
can't roll sleight of hand.
I want you to call evens or odds.
Sleight of hand.
I want you to call evens or odds. I will also
Fast
allow
hand.
you to roll sleight. I will allow you to roll sleight of hand, but you will also need to call evens or odds here. Okay.
Yes.
Call it.
That's 15 on sleight of hand. Evens.
Evens. I rolled a 7, which is, as we all know, an odd number. So that did increase the difficulty of your sleight of hand check. But with a 15, and with the properly weighted and properly shaped item, you are just barely able to avoid tripping the mechanism.
Okay.
If you had rolled one less, you would have tripped it.
Good to know. Alright guys, I don't
But
have a
you
crowbar
now
anymore.
have the diamond mace in your possession, as well as the small chunk of orange metal, the 2 cerulean blue ingots, and the 3 dark green streaked ingots.
Oh my god. Jordan, you can now mine obsidian. You can make another portal.
You guys. It's a trap. It starts sinking lower.
No.
Oh shit.
So,
Oh my god.
Jin, with this now in your possession,
What are you gonna do
what
next?
you doing next?
I'm gonna invest all
Yeah,
the
that
money
sounds
into charity.
Tyler, I need you to boost the audio for that particular moment so that we can all hear, I don't know, bass boosted into our eardrums when we watch the recording later.
Yes, that sounds like me right there.
TikTok.
I would. Is there? Can I easily see the adamantine? Like, how is there a lot there?
Oh yeah, there's eyeballing between 100 and 200 ingots. You're not necessarily familiar with how they're organized, but there's decent stacks
Okay,
of like all of these metals.
If it's possible, I'd like to pocket a couple, and yeah.
Okay, so that is 2 adamantine, 3 dark green, 2 bright blue, because I don't know how to spell cerulean,
SER.
the orange cluster, and
I
the
only know that because of Elden
diamond
Ring.
mace. I'm keeping track of that because that's going to decide the DC for how convincing your headband of disguise is
What
on
is?
your way out. How much you take.
Honestly,
taking
I'm
this to
kind of
the
iffy
shop.
on the adamantine. I'm not gonna take the adamantine. I'm just gonna have the metals and the mace.
You're going to stick with the 5 ingots, the orange cluster, and the diamond mace?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't care about the money, and I don't think I can get out of here with the adamantine.
So, as you leave the room,
As I leave the room, I'm just gonna see if I can like close it, and then
Just
make my
slowly.
way. Yeah.
Just slowly.
And then
close
make
the
my
door.
way back to the
the hiding spot that you had.
yeah,
Okay.
where everyone else was.
So, you can roll either deception or stealth here. The DC is going to be a base of 13 plus 5 for the 5 ingots and plus 2 for the mace. 13 plus 2 is 15 plus 5 is 20.
Okay, well I'll do my +9 for stealth.
Okay.
+21.
21.
Bro, my heart be racing though.
So, as you shuffle on your knees with this kind of modified illusion, you are intensely aware of every click, every, small sound that the ingots make, kind of bumping against each other in your backpack. You are... With every movement, you worry that the edge of some piece of this mace is going to peek out of the illusion and someone is going to see it and raise the alarm. And you get to about here. And
Where's here?
right here.
Oh.
You get to about there. And you stumble a little bit. Walking on your knees is not necessarily a comfortable position. It's not something you've practiced at all.
Speak for yourself, bud. Wink, wink.
It's not... Walking on your knees is not something you've practiced.
Aw, darn.
You've been on your knees
Oh.
quite a few times. That stay in the prison really changes a man.
I know, right? Can I have my soap back?
But you stumble, and you almost drop the mace. And you look up, and Hansu you see Kansu kind of like mutter something under his breath, and just like flick a finger at you. And you manage to catch the mace, and maintain your illusion as you wander past the guards, and down to that same hiding spot that you had found before.
I be tripping. Yeah, Jesus, okay. Wait, how did I do this? How did I get here? I did this? Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can, like, find a good nook and just, like, hide this stuff for now.
Oh, you're not gonna keep it on you. You're gonna hide it.
Bro, okay, actually, I'm going to change back into myself, but I'm going to use my headband of disguise to make the stuff look like it's not there.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Jin. How you go? Oh, okay, bye, Jin.
That is a small enough change that I'm not going to require any checks to maintain it.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna walk outside.
You're just gonna walk out.
Outside, yeah.
Okay.
I just need it.
Hansu is going to follow behind you.
Being such suspicious as possible.
He's not trying to be suspicious, but he kind of is suspicious anyways. But because you managed to roll well enough and roleplay well enough that went off without a hitch, it doesn't matter.
No, listen, Alan. Jordan, listen. I know why you're going outside to take a piss.
Get some fresh air.
Yeah, get some fresh air and then take a piss.
And then
go on your memes and piss.
Yeah.
Kinky.
Whoa, you have a piss kink, Alan.
No,
have that
Jane
on the
does,
recording.
clearly.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh, yeah,
no, I have
jizz.
I have a knee kink. What are you talking about?
I thought you have a jizz kink.
Alright, we're done. Cut the recording, we're done.
Cut
it.
Go.
You got PVA, you guys.
Theoretically, liking jizz is not a kink.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
I'm just saying, liking jizz is not necessarily a kink.
It can be.
Oh, fair.
But liking to jizz is not a kink, it's a sport.
It's a
Sure.
lifestyle.
I'm not sure I'd call it a sport, and if it's a lifestyle, you have a problem.
Oh yeah? You know how many people fucking miss the toilet? At our local grocery store?
At Wally
You know
World?
how many people have oranges at your grocery store?
No.
I don't wanna talk about that.
Bro, what's the orange man doing over there?
I
bud?
don't fucking know.
The orange man strikes again.
You're supposed to eat. You're not supposed to peel it. You're supposed to eat the entire orange. I don't know what's wrong with people.
See, my oranges are all chocolate, so I have no idea.
Man, living the life over
Speaking of orange, Jin, as you get outside, would you take any time to admire or like show Hansu what you got?
Is there
Fuck
anyone
you,
out
old
here
man.
or no?
You can go to a place out there where there is nobody. There are
These
two.
people don't speak my language anyways, I don't care.
There are two kobold like guards posted right inside the entrance into this into the boulder. And that's kind of like hidden by the vegetation on it, but you can like leave that clearing far enough that you would like be out of sight and out of earshot.
No, it doesn't matter. These people don't speak my language.
Okay.
I'm going to say to Hansu, the better everyone gets out and we keep on moving, the better. I'll tell everyone about this when everyone's out. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going back in there, by the way.
Hmm.
Just to make
Take a
everything
piss.
known, just for safety purposes.
I
I
farted in a
assume
stank.
you were successful then.
I don't necessarily know what I found, but we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
And then I'll walk off into the woods.
Okay.
Into the woods.
Into the woods, dun dun. Into the woods, dun dun. Oh wait, that's not how it goes.
For the record, Ketzel is in fact up there. So
Up
yeah,
there
he's
is an
just
outside.
up there as an outside, yeah,
Oh.
like in that general area.
Cats
Oh, well.
everything.
So, are you going to like go to where he is camped, or
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Friends.
yeah?
Buddies.
The friend squad.
The friend squad.
I'll say roll like a DC 10 deception, if you would like to hide the fact that you just stole shit from Ketzel.
Deception.
You're stealing from Quetzal now? Man.
I would never do
Wow.
that to a friend. I don't steal from friends.
Fish are friends, not food.
14.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fish are
Man.
friends, not
If
food.
you would like Ketzel to have no idea, then Ketzel has no idea.
It's gonna be a surprise. Everyone will know eventually.
Okay, so Ruben Poyo, after spending a very long, bored half hour watching these kobolds debate the merits of moving into this space down here, you see Shalex kind of come out of the corner where the come out of the area where they had sent the portal, and you kind of like instinctively mouth help at Shalex.
I'm thinking. I know exactly what to do. I trained for the situation. I train.
I farted
Breath. I take a deep breath, and
and realized I don't need air, so why am I breathing? Holy shit.
I use inner light, which means I cast color spray out of my body.
Are you targeting the kobolds with this?
I'm targeting everyone.
You're targeting
Everyone.
Wait, I didn't.
God.
I didn't consent. Wait a minute.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for color spray.
Wait, what the fuck does that even do?
But
You'll find out.
we'll submit 60-10.
6d10.
9. 5 and then 1. It's gonna kill all of them.
Okay, so you are unable to affect Crimchal or any of the guards.
Uh-huh.
All 3 of the kobold elders suddenly start like clawing at their face and like hollering in Draconic as they have all suddenly lost vision.
Silver.
as you just glow like a disco ball for a split second. And Grimtroll kind of like turns and looks up and says, hi, Charlex.
Hi.
Was
Geez,
that?
Charlex, where have
did
you been?
you-
I haven't seen you all day.
Why did you? And you can
my-
you notice like the guards are like kind of shifting uneasily.
Oh, it's my warning sign. It's whenever anybody's in trouble, I do that. And not gonna say that the portal is not stable, but the portal may not be stable.
What makes you say that?
Yeah.
Then
What makes you say that?
And I'm pretty sure you should be fine as long as no one throws anything in there or tries to take
talking-
anything out.
I
Or
teleported bread. I teleported bread.
how much
R.I.P. We love you, soldier.
Oh, man.
Now I'm
So,
sad.
yeah, I wouldn't get too close to it, and anybody who gets shocked should see immediate treatment for some diseases.
By the way, Shalex, as you are investigating the portal, I'll
Yes.
go ahead and say, I'm gonna just throw you guys over here quickly. This is gonna fuck the recording.
Thrown over.
This is gonna fuck the
Oh, God.
recording. But the portal is right here on this like pedestal thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, there is like lightning all around. You were able to deduce that it is a portal originally to the elemental plane of water.
Yes.
And that portal is mostly harmless, but that connection has been overridden as a portal to a very specific part of the abyss. You're not sure which, but it's like most portals to the abyss that you've encountered are like raging and unstable and constantly spewing out monsters, and this one is just kind of sitting here. So
Oh.
you're not really sure what that's about.
And we
Is there,
it
like-
means us to move all the kobolds down here.
And you would see that the power source that is kind of like holding this conversion steady
Mhm.
is a long, maybe about 4 foot long metal rod with kind of like lightning bolt shaped points at either end that is very definitively magical.
Would I know if it's causing the abyss portal to be open, or if it's just there as like someone saw this happening and tried to fix it?
As far as you can tell, the this lightning rod that is in this structure is not what is maintaining the portal, but is what is changing the portal's destination from the elemental plane of water to the abyss.
Alright.
You get the sense that removing it, if you could in some way remove it, would render the portal mostly safe. Maybe a couple water elementals would wander through, but that's a whole lot better than demons.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like water elementals?
Only the people that water elementals don't like. They tend to drown.
You think I can hold my breath?
Good thing I can hold my breath. Coughs violently.
Could I have tried to take it?
Sure. Roll a sleight of hand if you would like. Or if you're proficient with thieves' tools, you may roll with thieves' tools.
So leather workers too.
I will give you advantage for leather workers' tools, actually, because leather does not conduct electricity.
Yes.
So I will say you can quickly, like, fashion a sleeve for your hand to, like, be able to grab this with and, like, try to protect yourself from it.
Okay. And is this going to be the dexterity based leatherworking or constitution?
You're not rolling leatherworking. You're still rolling sleight of hand. But I'm giving you advantage on that sleight of hand check because of leatherworking tools.
Got it. Sleight of hand.
Because people don't use tools enough in D&D.
Lol.
Right. Can I roll IR up?
Yeah, this is an ability check, so you can.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna turn on my camera in a second, even though you don't need it. All right. So, where's my turn on camera? Don't judge me. I look like a mess. All right.
Your camera might mess up the recording, but
No,
Yeah.
it won't put. It doesn't record it.
There's no recording of cameras.
All they see is silence.
I'm gonna be using these two.
I'm gonna be using OBS. Not sponsored.
Using the
They are pretty
dragon
nice.
metal die and the purple die. All right. Not gonna lie. A 3 and a nat 20.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The nat 20 is on the dragon die.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, with that, you manage to take no damage, and fuck it, you also automatically identify the object as a javelin of lightning.
Ooh. Who threw this here?
I don't know, but they were pretty accurate. It was placed very specifically. But yeah, the water is no longer electrified, and the portal is now a portal to the elemental plane of water.
Now, is it the electricity that made it go into the portal, change the portal, or does this javelin have the ability to change the portal?
It seems to be a power source to a specific set of runes engraved onto this stone that was changing the portal. So, presumably, if enough electrical current was applied to that same set of runes again, in as consistent a manner as this item was capable of doing, then the portal would shift back. But only a madman would do that, right?
It was one of the kobolds. I know it.
No, it was alabaster. The kobolds never got that far.
Liar! One of them must have fallen off of that bridge. And seen this. Alright. So, I return to the party. I do my bright light. I say, so yeah, the portal may or may not be stable, could or cannot explode. Danger.
Alright, well, we will steer clear of that. Should we seal off the entire section, or...
Based on the calculations, the size of the portal to the ratio of stone and water mixed with the implications of the three-dimensional world with a fourth-dimensional time sphere, I would say the explosion would be an implosion and not harm anybody unless they were, let's say, 80 feet?
Can you put this in common? Can you say everything in common?
Can you,
I'll say it in Draconic.
speak a language we understand.
Stay at least 80 feet of it away from it at all times.
Sounds like it might just be safer to, deactivate it.
So we should just block it?
Or, block it off. Yeah.
Barricade.
You never know what might come out, right? I think it is now, maybe.
Wait, Sherlock, I kind of whispered to Sherlock. Sherlock, you said it was leading to the water plane?
Yeah.
Do you think that's where that fucking sea monster came from?
What sea monster?
I think it was a sea monster. I couldn't see it. But something, it's in case you weren't paying attention, but Eterna and Krim went down this hole, you see, and yeah, they went in this hole, and apparently there's fucking this monster or something.
Is it this hole right here that is strange and weird?
I think
it
it was like a big. It was like a big hole. It was like a big hole.
So it's not the one that kobolds are staring at. Got it.
No.
No, it's not. It's not. No, what they're staring at is in the top right-hand section, the mines area, where you encountered Allowen.
The crevice, a fucking giant ass kraken just comes out of this little crevice.
Possibly, maybe. I feel like the portal, and I'm gonna whisper this, I feel the portal was corrupted, and it did not lead to the water plane. Like, it felt weird, you know? Just,
Right.
it should be fixed now, but, you know.
Hopefully that giant fucking octopus doesn't show up then.
Hopefully not.
God
At this point, the blindness effect of color spray will wear off. Actually, it would wear off a lot earlier because it only lasts one round. But at this point, the elders stop like low-key panicking. And after a brief discussion, Crimshaw says, "Well, given how unsure you are about it, I think we will try to just seal off that entire section. This is already more space than we really need, which is great, but it means we can afford to lose a little bit of it."
Right. Just in case, can you like make a secret door in case we ever like, for some reason, need to travel to this water plane?
Kobolds are expert miners. That is one of the few benefits of this form. So if you ever need to get there,
to make a large tunnel to Liechtenstein Harbor.
If you need, we're not digging that far. That would take months. But if you needed to get through the impediment that we're going to put there, we would be able to get you through there.
All right. Well, thank you. What happened to everybody else?
As far as I know, they're still up yonder. Hansu was going to make tea.
Birthday party,
Eterna
Charlotte.
is,
Birthday party.
Working on her creation.
Tea sounds good.
Actually, you know what? I summon Kindle, and I tell him to look for gin.
Hey, do you guys have leather?
No, it's rather hard to come by down here.
Really? Don't you not have underground cave cows? Do you not have cave cows down here?
No.
We should invest in cave cows. They're really delicious sometimes.
They can usually be very cold.
And distant. They don't like talking to anyone.
I was about to say, I hate you, why are you like this, and be annoyed, and then I remembered that you're a druid now for some stupid reason, so I'm actually okay with this, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Hey, you gave me mold, okay? I'm gonna go
You
check
were
on the
born into the darkness, shaped by it, molded by it.
But yeah, anyway, the tour is pretty much over. So, if you... I say this in Draconic, by the way. The tour is now over. if you would like to check out the gift shop that doesn't exist, you have to go build it yourselves. Anyway, bye.
Yes. So, you had said that you would help us move our supplies and everything down here, right?
Yeah.
We have.
But I'm gonna try to look for the rest of the group. All right.
Right. We do have
Yeah.
quite a bit of material stocked up that we'd need to move.
Yeah. A lot of rocks.
Some very shiny
Yeah.
rocks.
Same Z's. I'm gonna go, visit our friends.
All right.
Well,
Well,
I
gonna
think
help out
with
a turn.
sealing that off, we would probably be able to move here. Excellent.
I
So,
think we killed everything, right? Yes.
you did,
Okay.
Yeah.
as far as you know. You killed everything that you saw.
I
Except
killed
for
Charlotte's
Aloe.
I
by
saw
accident.
myself in the water puddle.
By the way, Eterna, you would notice as you are working on Ursa there, you would notice Alwyn kind of like slip out of here and make his way up to the surface. You don't see any of the kobolds necessarily reacting to his presence.
Do Ruben and I see it? See him?
No.
Oh.
I just would kind of like wave, go back to working on this.
Yep. You get maybe about, I'll say in total, you get an hour's worth of work done.
Did Kindle
So
ever?
would I have 3 hours total? I said I would have 2 hours last time.
Yes.
Okay.
I will allow that.
Can I help out, Eternal?
Okay, so Shalix and Eterna, you guys are going to continue to work on Ursa then?
Yeah.
As you see Poyo and Ruben kind of follow where Hansu and Jin went out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Kindle ever caught up to Jen? Or even found him? Or did Kindle just do
yeah,
that thing?
maybe like within within like 10-ish minutes, Kindle would be able to find Jin up at the camp with Ketzel and Hansu. So Ruben and Poyo, you guys can
Wait.
join them there.
Wait, Hansu followed me?
Yeah, Hansu went up there with you. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I
thought
thought
I
you
told
went
him
in the
to go
woods.
back and tell everyone to leave immediately. I thought those were my direct words.
Well, I mean, we're already out here, so. Hi, how's it going?
What, you're out?
At this moment in time, Hansu remembers that he was supposed to do something.
Hi, Jen. Did you do what you wanted to do?
Suddenly the cave blows up.
Hansu says, "Oh, right," and he just
Explosion.
like old man hustles off like a white person, kind of like half jogging across a crosswalk.
Up to.
Kind of comes down, and so Shalux, as you're kind of like sitting down with Eterna and you guys are getting ready to continue working on Ursa, Hansu kind of hustles up to you and he says, Jin said that the faster we can leave, the better.
Okay. Can you make some tea?
I will make tea on the road.
Oh. But I don't like that tea. It like moves around too much.
We'll
Can you
make
make
it
some
good.
tea now?
We
Hey,
will
hush.
have some
Hey.
tea the next time we stop.
Hey, Shalix, can I
We need to go.
So, Jin, how did your mission go?
Yeah, how did that go? Did you
Our mission went great. We were
Yeah.
great tour
Oh,
guides.
we were all great.
So it went better than expected. Let's say that.
Well, that's good.
Did you make out with anything?
Did you find her a stash of cheese?
I did find the stack of cheese, but it was
Fuck
too much
yeah.
cheese. I couldn't bring it all.
Damn.
Hmm.
That's quite a conundrum.
Wait,
Yeah.
how did they have cheese if they
Well,
don't have cows?
Well, because there's
Shallex, are you going to join them outside?
If Eterna starts walking, yeah.
Eterna, are you going
After
to
they're
follow
inside.
Hansu's directive?
I'm gonna give him a weird look and then I'm gonna go.
Okay. So we will say you guys all meander your
I tackle
way
Ketzel when I see him.
in the general direction of existing.
Tackle.
Bait and tackle.
Like, I want to full-blown tackle Ketzel when I see him.
Ketzel, being a monk, is completely able to avoid this, and knowing how strong you are, especially now that you have your fun little tattoo, intentionally avoids it. So
Come
you,
here!
like,
I just want a hug!
And
You,
just
like,
start chasing
go
him
to-
all
Yeah, he's
across
just
you,
the
running
like,
around
go-
chasing him.
you go to tackle him, and he, like, pushes your arm out of the way and deflects you, and you end up bear hugging a tree.
I just want a hug!
Fucking-
Be
you fucking-
hugger.
Be gentle,
lost it.
friends. Jesus.
Missed you.
I missed
Lord
you
Jesus.
too. Please do not kill me.
I wasn't planning on it. I would have done it non-lethally.
Non-lethally is what I'm worried about.
Bring the pain.
Sorry,
You eventually manage to
Shall I
wrap
hear
him up
them?
in a hug, and you hear no less than 17 of his vertebrae snap, crackle, and pop.
My favorite noise is, and then I put him back on the ground.
He
I
just
put him back on the
collapses.
ground, and I just
He
like pat him on the
collapses.
shoulder and walk away.
You
Oh,
try to pat
God.
him on the shoulder, and he is already, like, fully on the ground in the fetal position, and you
fucking
just, like,
collapses.
pat the air.
I give him, I make a heart with my hands and blow a kiss to him.
He flips you off.
Shallex is at the camp, yeah?
Yes.
Hey, Shallex, I want to show you something, alright?
I cover my eyes.
Damn it.
I know this trick.
Fine, Shallex, I don't want to show you something.
Good. I open my eyes.
Alright, come here. Follow me.
No.
And I just kind of push him into the wood, into the woods.
Into the woods. Into the woods.
Into the woods. Into the woods.
Uh-huh.
And I go to the runic thingo.
That's like a
Yeah.
decent
Fucking
20-minute
obelisk.
walk.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Jeez. You know, I was gonna make like a monologue, but y'all are just like leaving. Okay.
Sorry, Jim.
Wow.
Sorry, Jordan.
Oh guys, I found this thing. Oh, see you later, guys. Maybe next time.
Well,
I
fucking
asked you
Kindle's
what
still
you
there.
found, and you were just like,
They
cheese.
were. Okay.
Kindle's still there. I can still hear you.
But what about Shallex? Shallex needs to know about this the most.
Okay,
Kindle's on
okay,
speakerphone,
fine.
remember?
You know what?
Speakerphone,
You know
yeah,
what?
yeah, you're right.
Just for you, okay? Just for you.
We
And I
just stay for
summon-
you. Yeah, we just stay.
No,
It's-
No.
No, no, no.
I'm
You
summoning
know
Worf.
what? You guys go on ahead. Y'all need to walk, because we need to leave this place.
I summon Worf.
Can you
Yeah,
communicate? Can you communicate for your wolf?
I know telepathic speech with it.
Ah.
I'm gonna look for Alwyn.
But
I'm still with you, buddy.
Hold on, that
Thank
was
you.
wrong.
all right, I'll tell this to you and no one else.
Fuck you, Alan.
All right, tell me. I
Alright.
drop onto the ground and crisscross applesauce.
All right,
That's
so
what
I
I meant
hope
to
we
do.
all had fun with the kobolds because we're never going there ever again.
Why?
Why not?
We'll,
They're
we'll never
fun.
be able to show our faces again.
Why not? They're fun.
All right, now what did you do that I agreed to distracted them to?
Kindle
You
bites your
agreed
air.
to
Kindle
some-
goes on your onto his shoulder and just bites his ear.
Didn't you guys said that you guys were
listen.
gonna?
I had to do some searching around to make sure there wasn't any funny business, and apparently, this mining facility they have here is hauling away with a lot of money. I don't
You mean
know
a
if
lot
they're
of
stealing it from
minerals
somewhere or they're
in a
if they're mining
mine?
it.
What?
But
Minerals in a
they're-
mine? Holy shit! What?
These are. All right, you know what?
You just hear Polio laughing through Kindle on your
I'm-
shoulder.
I'm still here, buddy.
I just
Keep
hear
it going. Come on.
I just
And
hear in the mine.
I just picture just
So
Polio and
what?
Charlie
Did you-
walking and
Just find their money stash, or
The
It was
cheese
a vault
stash?
with an enormous amount of gold, silver, copper coins.
I was
Um,
Shut up,
vast
Silver.
amounts of adamantine. Hunks of metal that I didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
and why didn't you grab any?
Why didn't you lick it?
Cause I grabbed this. I show him the fucking mace.
we don't see it.
Whoa!
We're not there.
Fucking glows in the sunlight.
What the hell is that?
It like you've all seen Shawlex do their thing with the color spray thing. It looks almost like that. It is extraordinarily reflective and brilliant. You could probably blind someone with it if you held it right.
I don't know
Oh,
how they
God.
got their hands on this or why they need something this bright when they're kobolds.
I wonder if you could have asked them about it.
Yeah, like, how am I supposed to ask them? Like, oh, I saw this thing in your vault. Like, oh, how'd you get your vault?
I just
Oh, yeah, that did sound a little stupid.
because I was being sarcastic.
Roll deception, Poyo. We both know you
I
weren't
was
being.
being sarcastic though. I was.
Fine, roll
No.
persuasion, because I'm not convinced.
Fuck.
I'm also not convinced.
Oh,
You were 1 minute late.
oh, I didn't mean
While
to.
they're doing
roll.
all of this, can I look for
advantage.
Alwyn?
Yeah. You would see Alwyn.
Ten
He's
is
like
good enough,
following
fuck
a
you.
decent 15 feet behind you guys.
10 is decent. Fuck you guys.
Well, since I guess we can't go back there, where shall we go next?
Alan,
Hold
how
on,
much,
I-
how much
I'm
money
gonna
do you
show
say was in
Sherlock-
there? Like, what'd you compare it to?
Like,
There was a lot in there, right?
if you
You said
had to,
it-
if you
it
had
had
to
more than
guess
the
the
percent.
material value of like all of the stuff in that vault, you would probably put the number between 100,000 and 150,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, that much money is in that vault.
Not including the things that you don't know how to value, which happen to be also the things that you picked up and brought with you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So just
Mm.
like
Okay,
gold wise,
so-
platinum wise, money wise.
So, Jin,
Penny
if you were trying to steal, this is not the way to go about it. Gestures to my bag of holding. If you talk to us, we can get more money.
To be
You
fair,
know-
I also have a bag of holding that I just
why
don't
didn't
use.
Wait,
Also, to be fair,
Ruben,
I
why
don't
didn't you
really-
why didn't you give it to Jin then, Ruben?
Cause I forgot Thaliard gave it to me. It's a gift from Thaliard. That's why I want to keep it.
Ah, so
Damn it,
putting the
Thad.
blame on him then.
You don't know who Thaliard is. Shut up, Jin.
I don't need to put blame on someone.
Is Eterna still exhausted?
Eterna is still 2 levels
Yes.
of exhaustion, yes. Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I first went over, I would have cast Lesser Restoration.
Lesser Restoration does
But
not
now
cure
I'm
exhaustion.
dragging Shalix in my own shenanigans.
What was that?
Lesser Restoration does not cure exhaustion. That's Greater Restoration, I'm pretty sure.
Do you have greater restoration?
Greater Restoration is a 5th level spell. Nobody has Greater Restoration.
Can I have
I have
greater
it in my heart.
restoration?
Oh, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. You just need sleep.
Well, what time is it, like, Alan?
Is it like? Didn't you say it was daytime? So like
Just
maybe they
past
have
lunchtime.
Morning. So like afternoon then.
Just past
I
lunchtime.
mean-
1 o'clock.
Do we want to start heading on the road and...
It's perfect. They can't follow us.
Hold on, I want to show Charlotte something
Perfect.
first.
All right.
Before you do that,
I said
can
they
I...
couldn't even follow us in moonlight, regardless.
Before you do that, Poyo, can we go ahead and throw down a 5 to 10 minute break?
Yep, row sure.
Okay.
So,
Break.
Javelin of Lightning.
But yeah, I'm gonna take Charlotte to the fucking obelisk. Yeah.
So, stepping back into the game, into the world of Lavinia,
Knick knack
Yep.
paddywhack.
give the frog alone.
And good thing I don't have any loans.
Good thing I don't have any frogs.
Good thing I don't have any biscuits.
Good thing I don't have any give.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, Poyo, you're gonna show Shalak something?
Yeah, I'm gonna show him the obelisk and shit again. Yeah.
Is everyone else following, or?
They can follow if they want, but I'm mainly forcing Shalix into the woods as you do.
Dance if you want to.
You can leave your camp behind.
If you can't, don't dance.
If you can't camp your camp, or you gotta camp your hind.
Guys, this is the loss on my part. I forgot to take away my crowbar.
Oof.
Oh no, you are a
Deep.
bad player.
How much
Toxic.
string? How much string did that take, by the way?
You said
have
10
feet.
foot.
Did I use all 10 feet?
With the number you rolled, and like the fact that you're using string to secure
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
a metal, yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
But yeah, I take Shalix to the obelisk and right.
Yeah, I
I
set
just
the
point
DC of that check with the understanding that you were using all 10 feet.
Okay.
And you barely passed that check. So, if you would like to still have your string, you can, but there will be a horde of angry kobolds behind you.
Nah, I'm good.
Hey, it's the middle of the day. They can't come out here.
Well, they can, but they'll have a horrible time.
They just have a terrible sunburn.
They
You
just
can
start
have
fighting
terrible
with someone.
sunburn. You can leave this world.
They just combust into flame.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you sunburned, then you're.
Because as you all know, kobolds are vampires.
Exactly.
Kobolds are vampires?
Yeah, that's what cave means. Vampires.
I thought.
You thought
This
wrong.
changes everything.
But yeah, Shalix, do you understand in this? And I just point at the fucking wacky writing on the obelisk.
What language is this?
You would not understand it.
Mm.
However, at this
What?
point in time, you would notice Alwyn would step forward. And Ketzel immediately, goes into a fighting stance as, is ready to throw down. And Alwyn just, shakes a hand at him. I am not here to cause trouble. I was made a promise by one of your group members, and I intend to maintain that promise. So part of that promise was translating this particular language, Ancient Core.
That's what it.
And this was one of the ritual sites that we used to worship Nalana, one of our patron goddesses. And as such, there are a few short prayers inscribed here. none of which I assume are of interest to you, as well as the phrase knowledge for the knowledgeable.
You said knowledge for the knowledgeable.
Knowledge for the knowledgeable.
Bolt.
Knowledgeable is one word.
The Doja Bolt.
Okay, can you type it, since apparently I can't hear when other people are goddamn talking?
Oh, no one was talking when he said it, though.
The first time, not the second time.
There you go. Grimshaw told you what it was.
Thank you.
Simply a ritual stone. It is said that every once in a while, someone who pressed their hand against a stone would be blessed with a sacred knowledge, but only those who were priests of Nalana understood the workings of the stone, and I was not one of them.
Ruben awkwardly hides.
Ruben, I noticed your blessing earlier. You don't have to hide it.
Oh, I didn't want you to feel
Think you
upset that
were.
you didn't get one.
There are a lot of things in this world that I could be upset about. Not receiving a unspecified blessing is not one of them. Actually, right now, I'm rather pleased to be out of that hole.
How long have you been down there?
I stopped counting after a while.
So,
Centuries.
what exactly happened to you that you just are what you are now?
Alabaster was a spiteful student of mine. He delved into some magics that he shouldn't have. I was the first to try to stop him, and of course, when you try to stop someone who is hungry for power and will stop at nothing to get it, it tends to not go well for you. He decided death was not quite enough for the crimes that I had committed, holding him from his destiny. So he bound me to watch his destiny unfold, which turned out to be a lot of boring sitting in a cave waiting for things to happen after the world went to shit around him, and his destiny ended up being collapsing under the weight of the war. Was there anything else you wanted to know about this stone? There's not much else to tell.
It seems to be glowing a lot more than it was before. Do you know, like, how long it would take for, like, to be able to transfer another blessing?
As I said, I'm only the priests and priestesses of Nalana were privy to the information on how the blessings worked, and they were never the most open of people. So, no, I'm not familiar. And
Crap.
even if I did know, the age of the structure would likely change some of that, at least partially.
Do you think you can trade knowledge for a different knowledge or whatever? I worded it a weird, but you know what I mean.
Trading one blessing for another is not uncommon. People grow and change, and when they become new, their blessing tends to evolve with them. Nalana's truth, or so I was told, has less to do with facts or trivia and more to do with the truth of who someone is. Such as, if you're familiar with the concept of having a true self, that was their spiel. So, if you feel that your true self has changed or evolved since you last received a blessing, perhaps the stone will grant another one.
Oh, to be fair, my knowledge is about the word rump. So, yeah, I don't want to know anything about rump anymore. It's been haunting me ever since.
I see. Well, go on then.
Okay. I poke the obelisk, and I try to focus on the word rump. Good old rump. The good rump, the rump. And I'll try to picture it. No, I try to transfer it back into the stone using my magics.
As you press your hand into the stone and confer this knowledge, you feel a slight whisper in just the back of your mind. You are knowledgeable. And you feel the essence of the word rump leave your mind, replaced by a knowledge of the word story. As the gold of the stone crawls up your arm and across the back of your neck, intertwined between some of the spikes there, the word kind of slowly spells itself out.
I look at my arm and I look at everyone else.
It's not on your arm, it's on the back of your neck.
Oh, my back of my neck.
Yeah.
And I just... Okay, I instead fucking frantically scratch my my neck. Ruben, this
Hey,
itches.
where's
itches.
buddies?
Ruben, Ruben, this fucking itches. Holy shit.
Uh-huh. Why do you think I was scratching my arm so much on the way to the, fucking kobolds?
Knee-jerk reaction, I don't know.
Yeah, let me just scratch my arm for an hour and a half.
I don't know, maybe you get dry scales.
He just squints at you.
Alwyn kind of gives a toothy smile. It's hard to properly smile when you're missing most of the skin from your face, but if he could be said to be smiling, He is.
So, what's the plan for now? Go back to Lithistan? See what we can do there, maybe? Or what's up?
I guess so.
Well, if you're
Unless-
done goofing around,
Unless you want
the
to,
voice
unless one of you guys want to touch the stone again. I think it has some juice in it.
I'll,
I
shove it up
touched the
my
stone.
asshole.
I would like to touch the stone.
you reach out and place your hand on the stone.
I focus on one word. The word is wisdom.
You kind of reach out towards the stone, kind of feeling it under your hand. Typically with special or unique stones, you can feel a sort of connection, and you had felt that before, but it seems that this stone has once again gone dormant.
It's fine. I contemplate a little, just holding the stone in my hand, and then say, "You broke it!"
Oops.
Here, step back. Maybe it doesn't like you because you're stone too.
Oh,
Damn.
it's stone sis?
I'm gonna cast mending on it on the off chance that they actually did break it.
No.
And just because.
I appreciate,
and
but no.
and on the off chance that they broke it, I would still cast mending, and then I want to touch it and think about all of my past and like the whole like portal shenanigans, and think about the word undead.
Reaching out to the stone, you kind of feel a slight shiver run up your spine. All of you would notice the air around you suddenly drop in temperature. Shalix, you would initially recognize this as similar to the feeling right before it's about to start raining really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think
but
it's smited.
it feels different somehow.
Frankenstein. Holy shit.
I'm gonna start climbing a tree.
Frankenstein's monster. Excuse me.
I'm gonna
Is it
start
just
climbing a
me?
tree.
Or is it get a little...
Do you continue to focus, Eterna?
Yeah, I want to continue to focus. Think about like the experiments. Think about Alwyn. Think about the little skeleton that was in there stacking the electrum.
As you continue to
Skeleton timbrels.
press this word and this thought and this trauma into the stone, the temperature continues to drop. You feel a single large droplet of rain strike the top of your head. Do you continue?
Yes.
I don't like this feeling.
As the stone continues to receive and process the complex and painful memories that you are pressing into it, and the knowledge that you are seeking, The rain begins in earnest. You hear thunder rumble in the distance. Do you continue?
I'm to keep going, but I'm gonna open my eyes and kind of like make sure that, because I'm starting to get an eerie feeling that we're gonna get teleported or some shit.
Swear to God.
What, afraid of little rain, Ruben?
You continue. The rain pouring down now. The thunder, first just a single roll, begins to overlap on itself. You see flashes of light around you as lightning pours down into this small clearing, striking several of the trees. Fortunately, not the one that Shalix is in.
Can I go hide in a bush?
Can
I will
I
ask you
reach
one
back
last
with my other
time.
hand?
I will ask you one last time, Eterna. Do you continue?
I want to go hide in a bush. Please let me find a bush.
I want to reach for Balwin's hand because I trust him. I feel like something bad's gonna happen. Should I keep going?
I've never seen a stone react in such a violent way before.
I ready the javelin.
I'm gonna ready my battle axe as well.
I'm going to take a step back and let go of the stone. I guess I'm just not, or the world isn't ready for that kind of thing yet.
As you take your hand off of this floating obelisk, the weather around you begins to calm until it is simply a light drizzle.
And then lightning strikes.
I'm just gonna walk away.
The javelin.
You feel a slight voice echo in the back of your mind. After what happened, that knowledge is forbidden. And then the obelisk cracks in two and collapses in halves to the ground.
Not again!
Damn it! Oh. Well, we're gonna have to fix it again, you guys.
Alright. Oh, you on one side, I on the other.
Do we have rope? We could tie it up so that it's easier.
Oh, you guys took all my rope.
I don't think we have any rope anymore.
Yeah, you guys left all your rope down in the city. There is 0 rope in the party.
Can I use Druidcraft to make a vine grow and make makeshift rope?
Go ahead and post Druidcraft in the chat for me, if you don't mind.
Druidcraft. Hey, what's the weather gonna be like for the next 24 hours?
Yeah, it does not look like you can actually actively grow plants with Druidcraft. You can make a flower blossom, a seed pod open, or a leaf bud bloom, but that's significantly more limited than conjuring 50 feet of vine.
Ruben just starts, like, trying to push it up.
as you're trying to push it up, chunks of it are coming off in your hands.
No.
It's
No.
It's dissolving like a hardened piece of mud when it gets wet.
Eterna, what did you do?
Hansu's gonna kill you.
I mean, Eterna just walked away.
Yeah. Hansu is currently, like, on his knees, just kind of, like, silently praying.
I'm still just like trying to fix it as best as I can. Like I'm still trying to put it together.
It's just making it worse. It's dissolving in your hands.
No. I
I'm
look
gonna
at
grab-
Hansu.
I'm gonna grab some of this slushy, muddy thing now and write wisdom on my forearm.
I respect the hustle, Silver. I respect the hustle.
I look at Hansu. I'm sorry. I don't think I can help this anymore.
It was beautiful while it lasted, but not all things are meant to last.
Well, that's kind of bullshit, don't you think?
No. This world we live in is as impermanent as a fleeting wind, first pointing one direction, then blowing the other.
Charlotte, why are you cutting your toenails?
It's not a toenail.
Does
I don't
Charlotte's
know.
have nails?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Trollocs is cutting chips of crystal off of them. That's what their toenails are.
Shalex does in fact have nails.
And they are gorgeous.
Rar.
Rar.
So, is there anything else that you would like to do with the stone, or any other points of order that we should address before your return to Lithestein Harbor? Which I assume is where you were going.
Yeah. Is there
Yeah.
is there anything intact, or is it just dust, basically?
That's the
It is like
Is it kind of like
it's like
sand?
actively. Yeah, it's like when you make a sandcastle, and then the sandcastle starts to get wet, and it's like slowly dissolving. That's kind of what it is.
Fuck.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rogue
there's
is
not
probably
really-
gonna fix that.
there's not really much you can do to try to fix it at this point. I will say, Shalex, the inscription that you wrote on your arm is not melting as quickly as the rest.
Still doesn't do anything well.
Alright.
Well,
We're off to see the wizard.
So, there's nothing else that you would like to attend to before returning to Lithestein Harbor?
Nope.
Going once. Going twice. Sold the man in red for 300 buttons and a cricket. As you all step back into Lithestein Harbor, you can see the repairs going on throughout most of the city. The Archpraetor's Tower is completely restored to what it once was. Mithril Miracles is fully restored, as are most of the magical shops. A lot of the repair work is focused on a lot of the minor buildings. You can see there are a number of folk who are just like in the streets begging.
cool.
A lot of most of them are either like younger children or like older folk who maybe lost someone that they depended on during the battle with the Dark Orcs and now have no real way to make money.
No.
Yeah, stepping
Because
back into
one-
Lithestein Harbor is kind of a somber, foggy mood.
Have I seen
By
one of
now,
the-
would my exhaustion worn off?
Yes.
Thank God.
When I see one of the kids, I give them one of the gold coins.
Okay. He kind of looks down on it and smiles at a group of 2 other kids who are like on the other side of the street, and they kind of like go and huddle together. It's a good smile. It's a happy smile.
I'll give them my rations too. Half of my rations.
How many is that?
5.
5. Okay. Yeah. Passing out some of the rations that you have, you are greeted with smiles, few words, and endless gratitude.
I keep all the extra moldy stuff for myself though.
Yeah. As you are kind of heading back into town, though, and just kind of stopping in a courtyard to kind of get your bearings and try to figure out what's next, a messenger wearing a uniform that you recognize, Poyo, steps up to you.
Pardon? Excuse me? Hello?
You... Magnus Famentine?
Polio Fementine, but yes.
Do you know of Magnus Famentine?
Yes, I'm his brother.
I have a letter for him. Can you lead me to him? It's from his father. Your father.
I can give it to him. I promise.
Roll a persuasion check.
God damn it. With a nat 1, can you just tell that I am Magnus or whatever?
With a nat 1, he kind of hesitates for a second and just looks around and says, I wouldn't really feel comfortable giving this to someone that's I'm not delivering it to, especially since I'm not on Minovar right now. This is kind of a big deal for me. I want to make sure I do this delivery properly.
Ah, yes, yes. I show him my my uniform badge for Minovar that is on my shoulder.
You're one of the fleet too, then.
Yeah.
The squad.
Yeah, sure. The
The
squad.
mail delivering expressman.
Yeah.
I can trust you to deliver this properly.
Sure it can. It'll be fit as a package. Shush.
All right. Well then, here. And he pulls out a letter and passes it to you.
Yep, thank you. What was your name again?
He's already turned and started to half jog off, but he turns back and says, "Oh, Peter Millark."
Wow.
I'll put your names on the list. Give you all the credit.
Thank you, sir. He dashes
Wow.
off.
Pollo, you're supposed to tip. They don't make a lot of money. You're supposed to tip. How?
Ah, he should be fine. Now, what does this old man want? And I immediately, aggressively rip open the envelope.
You should be able to see a thing called a letter in your roll 20.
Very, very original.
Can I roll? Can I read over his shoulder?
That's up to him.
I'll allow it.
Can I also read?
You can read.
Story time. Story time.
Yay!
Hey, can Ruben read?
Can Ruben read?
Probably not. I think he just like
I
gets
don't
it.
think Eterna.
No, he has to know how to
Ruben,
read. He
you
wrote.
have an intelligence of
wrote the
13.
sign.
You are completely capable of reading.
Ruben just might struggle with reading.
Eterna, you have an intelligence of 18. You are not
No,
only
but
capable
like-
of... You're not only capable
Of,
of
like,
reading,
the
you're
language.
capable of, like,
I'm guessing it's in common.
writing books.
It's obviously in common.
It is in common, yes.
It's yeah.
Read it out loud, Poyo.
Yeah, we're reading with you.
Okay. To Poyo, I've heard what you and your band of adventurers have done. The port of Liechtenstein Harbor is in your debt, it seems. You've lived up to your namesake, my grandfather. Of course, you've done it under your ridiculous Fasa Diem.
Pseudonym.
I know, that's how Poyo would pronounce it.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how frustrating it is to be constantly asked why blah blah, why I named my son something blah 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 so great and awesome? You've been accused many times of being a great child, a claim that is in every way very useful to this family.
I just kind of
You've
look at
proven-
Chalex.
You've proven yourself capable of life on the frontier, but carrying a nobleman alongside such great sense of respect is a recipe for great friendship. I'm willing to allow you to return home and teach you to be a proper member of the Paymentine clan, under the condition that your fascination with your great name ends immediately. However, pay close attention. Okay, I'm done reading.
So, as Pollo was reading that, Shalex was just behind. Every time that he said one of the words that's not correct, I was saying it under my breath.
Yeah. You would be able to read you would be able to read the full letter that reads, To Magnus, I've heard of what you and your band of adventurers have done. The port of Liechtenstein Harbor is in your debt, it seems. You've lived up to your namesake, my grandfather. Of course, you've done it under your ridiculous pseudonym. Do you have any idea how frustrating it is to be constantly asked why I named my son something so preposterous? You've been accused many times of being an illegitimate child, a claim that is in every way damaging to this family. You've proven yourself capable of life on the frontier, but carrying a noble's name alongside such nonsense is a recipe for disaster. I'm willing to allow you to return home and teach you to be a proper member of the Paymentine clan, under the condition that your fascination with your vulgar name ends immediately. However, pay close attention. If you continue your life of adventure and continue to superimpose my family name on your antics, I'll have no choice but to claim that you're an imposter, of no relation to this family, and to have the enforcers and police of the Shattered Isles act accordingly. Which name means more to you? I hope against hope that you'll make the right decision. Benetroth Paymentine.
So
Man, that Magnus guy is in trouble.
Yeah,
I just kind of awkwardly look at Poyo because he's trying to put two and two together right now.
It's coming
So, is this you?
Yes, it's me.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure because, just for my sake, not anyone else's, just mine.
Aw.
Hansu says, seems like you have more trouble on the horizon. I'm going to head back to my shop. If you need any more assistance, that's where I'll be.
All right.
Okay. We promise that we will visit before we leave.
You don't have to do that. If
I immediately crumble
don't
the
want to.
piece of. I immediately crumble the letter.
I can
Is
throw that away for you if you want.
Is Ketzel with us?
Yeah, Ketzel's there.
I can one you up. I can one up you, Sharlix. Kindle.
I swipe
move.
it. I swipe it as he's trying to feed it to Kindle.
Hey Ketzel, you still
Roll
have
a sleight of hand check. Sorry,
Roll
Alex.
under the
I know
dragon
we're
in
like
your hand.
running over top of you, but this is interesting.
No.
What'd you roll?
That
Oh.
one.
Kindle has an excellent paper snack. Sorry, Alex, you were saying?
Ketzel, you still have house keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, give them here.
Shing.
You have no house
And-
anymore. We take it.
Ruben just. Alright, so as much as I'd love to stay, I'm gonna go, and he just runs towards the direction of his house.
Are we supposed to follow?
Ketzel, glances around for a second and says, yeah.
How are you gonna get
And he
home
dashes
now?
off after Ruben.
No, and there he goes.
So, it's only you, me, and Eterna.
And Jin.
Jin's taking a nap. He's in the wagon. Don't wake
How
him up.
much work do you think I could have gotten on Ursa?
I would say you could have completed the modification you were working on, I believe.
Oh yeah.
If you had you did have the money to do so, right?
Oh yeah, no, because I had it from my cloak or
Okay.
robe.
Okay. Yeah. You can go ahead and mark that off then. Which modification was this?
I have the large chassis.
Whoa.
Nice.
So it's riding Ursa.
Hey, Pollo, do we have any money?
Yeah, plenty. Why?
Alright. I was thinking about getting some leather.
That's not what I wanted, but okay. It doesn't make a difference to like the AC or anything.
No,
Now
it
that she is
just changes
bigger.
the size.
Okay. How many people can ride her? Just one or
Just
two?
one. You might
Can
could
I-
squeeze two on, but it'd be
What if
difficult.
it's like Ruben and Poyo?
It was like Ruben and Crimshaw, sure.
Oh. Ruben and Kendall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poof, poof, poof. Ruben's still running to the house.
Yep. So, Ruben, you eventually get back to your apartment. Ketzel is caught up to you at this point. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just wanted to go for a run, you know?
No, I don't know. What's going on?
Nothing. And he just kind of opens the door to the, house. And he just starts, putting down his stuff as if it's, just a normal, any day.
Ketzel, stands in the doorway. Closes the door behind him, but he, stands in the doorway there. and just like glowers at you.
Ruben's just still gonna keep going. He's still just putting his stuff down, you know, grabbing something to drink, just acting like it's a normal day.
Ruben,
Mm-hmm.
are you okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired from the trip, you know, a lot being down there at the kobolds. Anyways, I'm gonna head to my room, and he just awkwardly shuts his door.
Okay. Ketzel is going to put his ear up to the door and try to listen to try to hear what you're doing.
Well, first he hears Ruben just like sit against the door and just kind of sigh. And then Ruben goes to like turn on the light and stuff. And he walks over to next to his bed. He has a little calendar. And he flips through like maybe one or two of the pages from the one he's on. And there is a big circle circled and written, and it says Astrid 18. And he just kind of looks at it and sighs again really heavily. He then starts to like grab some like a notebook, and he grabs from the back of his closet there is like a little bag that he keeps with things that reminded him of her. So like one of her stuffed animals that he took when he left, one of her like pairs of like glasses or something like that, one of her hats, just little knickknacks. And he kind of puts the bag on his desk and puts them out all in front of him. And also he removes his locket and puts it like standing up so he can see the photo inside of him and his sister. And just starts writing and just starts pouring out everything onto this page. Ketzel probably doesn't hear much of this other than like him rummaging around, him writing, him sighing, probably him crumpling up paper and throwing it in the trash multiple times.
As you do.
Like, and this just goes on for like an hour or two.
At some point, Ketzel just like stops listening at the door. He just kind of like sits down on the floor next to the door. Just kind of rests there.
Do I know he's out there? Like, can I look under the door, see if I see like the shadow of him there?
I feel like you would be busy with other things.
Mm-hmm.
So like theoretically maybe you could, but
Alright. So then probably like another hour of this just rummaging. It stops for maybe like 20 minutes. And then there's kinda some walking around the room. And then Ruben goes to open the door. And he opens the door to leave his room.
yeah. You'd see Ketzel kind of sitting next to the door there.
Can I help you? I kind of look down at him.
I'm worried about you.
I'm okay. He grabs like a small he grabs the small bag that had all the things in it on his desk, but they're all in the bag now, along with the letter, and his locket is around his neck again, and he grabs it and puts it around his shoulder. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, again, that place really messed me up from just being in that little dark hole for a while.
Okay.
Any other questions?
If something was wrong, you'd tell me, right?
Yeah, you're my best friend. Of course I'd tell you. Ruben kinda awkwardly smiles and pats Ketzel on the shoulder. And
He kind of like takes your hand and like holds it for a moment. Let's go. Okay. I trust you.
Ruben nods and then goes to grab his the rest of his normal gear, his battle axe, his shoes, his everything else, and gives Ketzel a little wave before he leaves, and heads to go to the mail office or somewhere he can send this to.
Okay. So, as you are doing that, the rest of you, Ruben and Ketzel have both just run off. Eterna, Poyo, Shalex.
I mean, I got nothing.
I just kind of
Some
give a
kinda
little laugh.
processing.
And does the guild have like a post or like a station here?
What do you mean, the guild?
The Adventurers Guild?
The Adventurers Guild.
Oh, the VAC?
Yeah.
Kind of. Dom Roderick is sort of their, like, front man for that. But there are, like, there is, like, a sort of office building slash, like, courthouse and governmental functions building.
I mean, because like where I like the old encyclopedias
Town hall,
and
that's the word I'm
binders,
looking for.
like, I don't think I'd exactly go to like a pawn shop.
No, you wouldn't. But yeah, there is a building where you can, like, turn in like the encyclopedia and the journal and everything that you found for the values that this scroll gave you.
Alright, and then I assume that Alan's gonna hang out with me, or is he just gonna like avoid
Yes.
town?
Alwyn has been following you through town, and he seems to be under the same sort of, like, enchantment that he used to get past the kobolds, where, like, he's there and people, like, recognize that he's there, but they aren't, like, noticing anything special about him. They're not looking at him twice.
Alright, I'm gonna bring him to Dom Roderick.
Okay. You head up to Dom Roderick's tower. The door is closed.
I knock.
You knock once, twice. Before you can knock a third time, you are transported up into like a small sitting room. There's a tray of sugar cookies on a small coffee table between two sofas that, despite appearing to be made out of the same semi-translucent glass that most of the rest of this tower is made of, are surprisingly comfortable. They kind of feel like lawn chairs.
So, Alwyn, in your experience, are all, like, wizards this flashy?
No. There's, some that definitively prefer silence or secrecy.
Okay. Because,
But
like,
there's usually it's one or the other. There's not a lot of middle ground.
there's not a terrible amount of variety.
They tend to be either flashy or secretive. Sometimes they're both.
Eterna holds her hand that she touched the rock with. Speaking of flashy, I think that part of the way that the Fallen One got his power was from a blessing.
Interesting. There are some legends that are told about him, or that were told. I use the word legends because they're too old to be rumors, but that's all they were at the time. Stuff along the lines of he was originally Kor and has come to take his birthright, or he was born to a Kor family but he was born a monster, or some say that he rose up from the ocean beneath the islands to enact a vengeance of the gods, or there was a lot of doomsaying in the last days of the Empire.
Because whenever I decided that it was getting out of hand, I heard a voice say, after what happened, that knowledge is forbidden. And I was asking about undead.
Well, once bitten, twice shy applies to the gods themselves, I suppose. I doubt that whatever happened to the Fallen One was what they intended.
I feel like it had to have been to a certain extent. Because the way that, because I grew up where he was worshipped. And to have that sort of, order, you don't just make that out of nowhere. You have to have a plan.
A secret that is not often told amongst our educated kind. There are beings and forces older than the gods. Likely none more powerful, but it is possible. I would hesitate to say for sure whether or not our friend Draevok was sponsored by any of these, but it does feel odd to think that he might not have been. There are a lot of unanswered questions there.
By the way, I pull out the vial of pulsing red liquid. What is this?
Ah, a potion of vitality.
I have no idea what that means.
It's a sort of cure-all for diseases as opposed to injuries. Diseases, poison,
Oh, that's cool.
such like that. Very similar to a healing potion. When you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend. Ah, yes. Removes exhaustion.
That's why I said I'm pissed.
Imagine if somebody knew the identify spell. Oh, man. I was wondering when you were gonna get there.
I hate you. I also kind of pull out the scrolls just while we're waiting. I have 3 scrolls that have arcane sigils on it, and I don't know what they mean.
Yep. Alwyn is able to identify the scrolls as spell scrolls of Speak with Dead.
Huh.
Neat.
He says, these were often used by weaker practitioners of the arcane arts. If someone important to an investigation died, it was nice to have these on hand to answer any questions that investigators might have.
As we continue to sit in the fucking waiting room.
Yeah. Eventually, Dom Raverick gently floats down and lands to sit on the couch opposite of you. Well, I've spent I can decide on a voice. God. I went for like 4 different accents at the same time. Well, I've spent the last 30 minutes making sure that your undead friend here didn't have any untoward ideas.
You could have fucking asked.
You could have fucking warned me.
He's a person too.
You could have warned me that you were bringing this creature here. Why?
He's just undead. It's not like he's gonna be different from anyone else.
The last time Just Undead happened, Alwyn kind of nods. I understand. Your suspicion is well-founded. I promise you my intentions are noble. I was a victim of Draevok, the way many others have been. And this was a part of the curse that was placed upon me during his initial purge of the core nation, which, from what I understand, is in ruins, that you and your folk have made a great deal of exploring. Dom Robert kind of nods for a couple of seconds. Is he lying? I feel like he's lying.
He's
What?
probably not lying fully. He, at least for now, he doesn't mean any harm to anybody. Except
What?
for
No,
maybe-
he's. Yeah, no, he's not lying. He doesn't like Draevok.
Yeah, that's not a
Plus,
question.
we have a deal.
You've made a proverbial deal with the devil.
No.
Pray tell.
I mean, he's not a devil, but okay. Draevok may be a wannabe, at least. But no, we made a deal that I would do whatever I could to help him if he would, like, teach us core and, like, help us whenever we were in that,
In
Furion.
some ruins. Zephyrian. That's
Yeah.
Hold one moment. And he floats back up, and you can hear, like, the rustling of pages. Alwyn
I
kind of
just kind of
glances
mumble.
over.
Flashy.
This is, going better than I expected, actually.
I mean, the last time that the group brought someone, it was that, like, they said it was some weird underwater wizard guy. From some school.
Quill,
Who?
are you talking about Quill?
Maybe. I don't know his name.
Hold on one moment. And Alwyn begins to cast the sending spell, and it is immediately counterspelled. And Alwyn just kind of glances up, and you recognize the motions of him casting message. And then he begins to cast sending once again. And you hear him say, Quill, I just had word that you might still be around somewhere. If so, that's good news. Where are you? We could perhaps meet to discuss events of the past several centuries. Don't be startled when you see me.
Wait, so I heard that?
Yeah, you would have heard Alwyn sending that message to Quill.
I kind of look at Alwyn. Yeah, you kind of don't have a face.
It's not ideal.
How far away from me is, goddamn, Dom Robert?
He's like 40 feet up, like flipping through a book on a bookshelf.
Okay.
Or like next to a bookshelf.
Because I was going to cast Detect Thoughts, but he's not within 30 feet.
Nope.
I mean, I can tell. He could probably tell you about it, but it was really cool. I saw something about like flying in on like not necessarily like a zip line, but like a really cool version of it. In the city, whenever it's still in the sky.
Dom Roderick kind of glances down. Yes, Zephyrian was one of the more notoriously arcane cities of the ancient core empire. From what we can ascertain, the a part of the what's the name of it? The school that
Looks
you
at
found Quill at.
I thought that was a completely different place. They found him underwater with that satyr person. What was her name? It was something really stupid. Gilda. She didn't even have gills. Why was her name Gil?
What is up with that?
So we have two old, like, undead dudes from
Well,
magic schools.
Quill is not undead. Quill's life was basically put on pause. He was basically put in a time bubble.
Well, that's just cheating then.
Yeah, so Quill is technically still alive. Which you realize as, after a moment, Dom Raverick and Quill both, like, begin to enter the room. Quill coming up a set of stairs behind you guys. And Quill kind of, like, looks horrified for a moment. Is that you? Yes, it's, it seems my exile was significantly more difficult than yours. Well, perhaps, And Dom Ravrak comes down. Yes, the Academy of Brohagen. Quill and Alwyn both nod. Quill? Yes? Can we trust this thing? If it
He's
is
a person.
if it still contains the mind of the teacher that I worked with, absolutely. He was one of the better teachers at Brohagen. Last thing before I tend to these matters then. What specifically was this deal for? You said you would help him out. What specific help did he ask for?
I kind of look at Alwyn.
I was hoping to join efforts in reconstructing the details of what happened to the ancient core empire. the attack of Draevok and perhaps learn a little bit more about our common foe. After a moment, Domrovrik kind of nods to himself. And you hear Quill say, yes, he's always been an ambitious sort. The kind to take on any sort of challenge. Going back to war against Draevok would be something I'd expect from him. I'll keep him in line.
I mean, yeah, he's still alive. Like, he's still, like, a person. He has all of his memories. He can, like, he even taught me how to show, like transfer memories.
Quill kind of, like, narrows his eyes at that. That was not a spell we were supposed to teach at our academy.
Good thing your academy's gone. Because Eterna doesn't give a fuck.
Alwyn and I will have a discussion about that at a later point in time. But, thank you for finding a compatriot of mine.
Why is our group so good at finding old dead guys?
Because they always wash up on the tide.
And that's where we're gonna end today's episode. Because that was honestly kind of an epic... Yeah. Yes. Like and subscribe.